guys, my name is Kate and welcome to Music Production Nerds. On today's episode, we're going to teach you how to make bedroom pop in any DAW. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, now before getting into this session, it's important to understand what bedroom pop is. This subgenre of pop music is characterized by lo-fi or low fidelity sound. This is great news for us producers because it means that we don't necessarily have to have great equipment to make an amazing bedroom pop track. The sound also takes elements from 80s music, so you're likely to hear repetitive drum beats, synth pads, and synthesizers. Usually this genre rests somewhere in the BPM range of 100 to 120, and if you want to think of bedroom pop icons, you can think of artists like Clav or Still Woozy. So obviously there's a lot to go over. So I went ahead and created a skeleton track, and we'll just go over track by track and add different effects so we can create a full bedroom pop song. So the first thing I laid down is just a simple piano. So let's go ahead and take a look. So an important thing to note is that the chords that I laid down are all, or most of them, are 7th chords. And 7th chords really help you add an extra layer of nostalgia and just a jazzy feel that bedroom pop is known for. And if you want to learn more about chord structure and what different chords mean, go ahead and give this video a like and comment below so we can create that in the future. But anyhow, I like the sound, but to make it a little more bedroom pop-like, I'm gonna go ahead and add a couple of things. The first thing I added was a saturator to beef up the sound, but you can always just layer your piano tracks. The next thing I'm gonna go ahead and add is this plugin called Frequency Shifter that comes with Ableton. You don't necessarily need this. All you really need is the LFO, or the low frequency oscillator that's included in the plugin itself. What this will do is it will give your sound a very warped, low fidelity noise, a low fidelity noise that fits really well with the genre. So I'm just gonna go ahead and listen and tweak to taste. That's enough for me. Another good idea is to automate this in your mixes. That can make for some really interesting sounds. Next, I'm just going to add a bit of chorus. And finally, some additional reverb to give it a really washed out noise. All right, moving on. Now I picked out a Clav noise for another one of my sounds. Generally with bedroom pop, you want to pick out sounds that kind of have a honky-tonk noise or kind of sound like a toy. And this sound to me just sounds like a kid's piano, so I thought it was perfect. And for simplicity's sake, I just went ahead and copied the same chord pattern that I had for my main grand piano. Next we have a pad noise. I like this how it is, but I think we could use a little more reverb. So I'm just gonna put in a bit. Perfect. Okay, and for our bass line, all right, so nothing too special here. I just went ahead and outlined the bass note of my chords above. So I have a C chord, an E minor chord, an A chord, and an F chord. So my bass line is going to be comprised of C, E, A, and F. However, I don't feel like this bass is chunky enough or has that 80s feel quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and add some light distortion so we get a bit closer to that feel. All right. This cabinet audio effect that comes with Ableton is also a great thing for lo-fi or bedroom pop tracks. Also to note, I already have this bass sidechain to my kick. If you want to learn more about sidechaining and what that's for, go ahead and leave a comment below and we will make that in the future. But in layman's terms, it gives space for our drums to really breathe and give the track some body and movement. Okay, great. So now I'm happy with the bass. Same goes for the sub bass. I just outlined the chords. There we go. A lot of bedroom pop tracks don't even have sub bass because they are so low fidelity. So this is more according to preference, but I like having it. All right, so now we have the drums. So I made a very basic drum loop pattern that I'll go ahead and demo for you here. Basically, we have our kick that I picked out a retro one, so 70s inspired, sounds like this. Okay, and then I just went ahead and put a snap on beats 2 and 4. Okay, very lo-fi, needs some reverb for sure. Okay, let me turn that down just a bit. And just to reinforce that, I went ahead and added a clap. And you know, kind of cheesy, very electronic, not organic sounding, but I feel like that works well with bedroom pop. Okay, just adding some reverb to that clap. And then I think, yeah, I also added a snap on beat 4 just to add some interest. And then finally, I have a little shaker. You can also use some lo-fi hats, but I really like the lo-fi sound of this shaker. Okay. Another thing about bedroom pop is it uses a lot of unique samples. You can check out our website for plenty of great resources where you can find more samples. Examples of different samples that you might want to put in is the sound of a vinyl record scratching or an old telephone ring. Anything that makes you kind of nostalgic is a good idea. Another sample that I picked out was just this violin. That sounded very synthetic and 80s-like to me, and I went ahead and chopped it up into a melody. Okay, and then the final thing that I want to talk about is the vocals and the lyrics. Now, bedroom pop is super simple for a reason. You don't have to have the best lyrics or the best voice to create a great sounding track. So I just went ahead and I listened to, I believe, my kick and my snare and the main piano, and I just wrote really whatever came to mind, like great things to write about, or like love or being sad. those are perfect for the bedroom pop genre. But anyway, this is what I put down. So very, very basic melody, just do 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 do, and then the chorus I just something like so something just very floaty works for the genre. Again, you want that nostalgic, shimmery feel is perfect. Quick thing to note about the vocal processing. I'll go over this briefly. Feel free to comment below if you want to see more. But with the bedroom pop genre, you want to go for a pretty intense low-cut filter. You don't really want a lot of those lows. I added a bit of saturation and chorus to blend it better with the rest of the elements of the song, and then lots of reverb. I just went ahead and did some light arranging of our different parts. You can see that this whole session, oh, I forgot to mention, I also created these little Vox samples using my main vocal with Soundtoys Alter Boy. Just to add a little more interest, but you don't even need those. Bedroom pop is really basic, so simple is sometimes better. And as you can see, this, you know, pretty much full song, if I spent more time on it, would probably have some more tracks, but right now we only have 15 and we have the first verse and chorus pretty much done. I went ahead and did some light arranging. With bedroom pop, you know, you're gonna follow a basic pop structure. So, you know, for here, we have 8 bars a verse, 4 bars a chorus, and like an intro, and then repeated. But anyway, let's go ahead and give this a listen so you can get an idea of what you can be expecting with a basic bedroom pop song from scratch. So obviously that needs a proper mix, and a lot of elements can be added to make that more interesting and the transitions more smooth. But I hope it gave you the basic idea of the skeleton structure of a bedroom pop track, and just gave you some reference of how easy and how quickly you can create these nostalgic, fun, poppy beats. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share if you learned something. Let us know which bedroom pop artist is your favorite in the comments below. And visit our website, musicproductionnerds.com, if you'd like more music production tips, gear, and plugin guides. I'll see you next time. Bye!